It's Monday. Going to solve the Monday puzzle. The Monday crossword puzzle, that is. The New York Times Monday crossword puzzle. Start of the week, usually the easiest puzzle of the week. Sometimes there's a twist. Sometimes it's pretty good. Usually it's pretty good. Sometimes I zip through it. Sometimes I get stuck. Every now and then. Here we go. May 20th. My name's Steve. This is Solve with Steve. Jack Scherban is the constructor, but I'm the solver. Thank you for joining us here on the channel. Let's solve the puzzle. It's working. I don't know. Labor is working. Move back and forth. Oops, as a dog's tail. That's wag. Blank. Oh, spray paint is a graffiti artist's canful. Yes. Yoga pose is an asana. A balloon filler. You put air in it. To depart is to leave. Ogre with a donkey sidekick is Shrek. Not just a donkey guy. Donkey is his name. The dice. So that looks like Snake Eyes. Okay, what do we got here? We have... all right. Beatles album character who apparently is an infantry leader. That would be Sergeant Pepper. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Early afternoon hour. How about 1? Use a chair is to sit. Initials on a food stamps card. I don't know. Show interest at an auction is to bid. Cool as a cucumber. Baking amounts would be teaspoons. Hotels.com mascot who must be a... That's, General... We have Snake Eyes. We have Sergeant Pepper. What's going on? General... Oh, Captain Obvious. Isn't that the guy? Yeah. Must be a commanding officer. Okay. Hot dish that sounds cold would be chili. Norm, abbreviate. How about average? Public perception. I don't know. Fast food icon who surely heads a brigade. Fast food heads a brigade. General Colonel... Oh, Colonel Sanders. That's got to be. All right, the G of GPS is GPS, a global positioning system. I was just talking about that the other day. All right, extra part of a leap year is a day. Above poetry is o'er the ramparts we watch. Okay, guys are men. Slow-mo is a sports replay effect. A precious stone is a gem. Unfazed response. You and what army? Because they don't have, they don't really have an army. Penguin Random House or HarperCollins, that's a publishing house, yeah, publisher. Wonderland Girl would be Alice. Change as in the Constitution is amend. Oh, am I going to do it? Praiseful poem is an ode. Grocery web auction, paper or plastic. In New Jersey, we don't get paper or plastic now. You can bring your own or you get paper. Yucatan people of own would be the Mayas. Holder of peas is a pod. And Swiss borders are S's because on every side of the S. Okay, how we do? We did pretty well here. All right, what is this? This has got to be grape soda, right? Purple pop is grape soda, so it's not average. Norm is medium, maybe. Is this island hop? Kauai to Maui to Oahu. So Norm is the standard. Yes, from 50 days antsy. Okay, this is kebab. Skewered meat in the Mid-East, and Cosm's Z's is slept. EBT, yes, yes. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's an EBT card. I'll look it up. Videotape for old home movies. Yeah, who you calling old? Public perception is your image. Yeah! Boo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo-doo. All right. So I wasn't trying to go across the zone. I was just on a roll, and everything seemed to go. So, did I miss anything good? All right. Well, here we go. We'll do the theme first, and then we'll take a look at the down clues and see if there's anything I missed. So Snake Eyes turned out not to be part of the clue. That was just a little picture. If you roll 2 ones, they call it Snake Eyes because it looks like the eyes of a snake or of any animal. They could call it human eyes. They could call it dog eyes, not like hammerhead shark eyes because those would be on opposite sides. But pretty much any other animal that has 2 eyes, which is most animals I can think of. They look like that, but for some reason, it's Snake Eyes. Okay, anyway, so we have Sergeant Pepper. These are fictional characters. Well, Colonel Harlan Sanders, there's a story about that. I think, was he? I got to look that up. I think he was in the Civil War or something like that, or his family was, I don't remember. They named it, I don't know. There's a story to that. But, all right, Sergeant Pepper is a fictional character with a Lonely Hearts Club Band. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Okay, and Captain Obvious. It was before it was a Hotels.com. It was just Captain Obvious. Like people just say this to somebody who would say something, and it was just it was a diss back in the 1990s, maybe 2000. Okay, Captain Obvious. And then they turned that into a commercial. This dude who's Captain Obvious. Now Colonel Sanders with his unique special blend of herbs and spices for Kentucky Fried Chicken. He was the mascot of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Did he create now it's just called KFC, right? So we're gonna have to look him up because I remember there's a story about him. And so I like this unfazed response. You and what army? All right, let's look and see the down clues and if there's anything super clever. And if there was, I will laugh. And then we'll look up. I want to look up Colonel Sanders, and I want to look up What was the other one I wanted to look? EBT. Electronic. It's not EFT. Electronic Funds Transfer. It's EFT, but it's not. Okay, anyhow. Cattle catching rope is a lasso. Very pale is ashen. That's a good crossword puzzle word. I don't think I've ever seen. I guess people write it in books. That's part of a character description. On the wall, the bar that is bolted to the wall is the bar. Then you can stand at it and you can do your plies and your other stretches and stuff. O negative is the universal donor's blood type. Rakes it in, earns tons of money. Hey, that wasn't so bad. Informal contraction ain't. Grape soda we saw. Caught some Z's we saw. Beep is the chick's chirp. Okay. Martha Ray was a comic actress in the 1960s. I think. Okay. Declare is to aver, also crosswordy word. Of course means yes. Skewered meat dish is kebab. Aida, the opera set in ancient Egypt. Secondary story is the B plot, right? So on your typically a sitcom, but other shows they have the main plot, but then there's also the B plot. And usually have like different sets of characters, and sometimes there's a C plot, and sometimes they intersect. And Modern Family and Arrested Development are two of the best shows I could think of where the multiple plots at the last scene would intersect, and they were just setting something up, and some minor, and it just shows up together. And those two, genius, absolutely, both of those two shows, they did it so well. All right, fidgety is antsy. Microwave feature is the timer. Fly sky high is to soar. Pugs are wrinkly-faced dogs. Opposite of north, northwest, south, southeast. Bok choy is a Chinese vegetable. So I would have put an I there, and I would have been wrong. But there. Usually someone's last name would be Choi with an I, but bok choy, the vegetable. Okay. Troubles is what ails you. Travel to Kauai to Maui to Oahu is the island hop. Yes, those are all different islands in the state of Hawaii. Medium for old home movies, videotape. On an email, you CC somebody. Utopias are Edens, are perfect worlds. Mardi Gras City is New Orleans, Louisiana. No la. Cleaning professionals are maids or cleaning professionals. Yes. Ripped to pieces is shred. Holds tightly to grips. Hosts an award show is to MC. Mike Myers was the voice of Shrek. Very good. Arizona City or county is Yuma. Follow is to obey the rules. The bone in the forearm. One of these is the ulno. The other one is the radius. Okay. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Friday night. I don't remember all the words, but this is how we do it. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. What a pity, alas. Jim's Love on The Office is Pam. I never got into. Speaking of sitcoms, I don't know. I never really liked The Office. I can't say why. Same thing as Big Bang Theory. That's like really popular, and I've seen it, and it just I don't know. I feel like they go for the obvious joke too. They go for the easy joke too often. There's nothing wrong with that. Friends too. I never. But I mean, it's funny. But Modern Family. Oh man, I could watch out of context any one Modern Family. It's just hilarious. And I haven't seen them all. There's just so much. It's because they always catch you by surprise. It seems like The Office never. I mean, it was funny. I mean, Steve Carell is hilarious. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Steve, you keep talking. Would you look up Colonel Sanders? Yes, I am going to look up Colonel Sanders. So let's switch windows. All right, I was looking for something I forgot. And, all right, anyhow, so let's look up Colonel Sanders. And what's the story? Coldplay, see a sky full of stars. Okay, what am I looking up? Oh, Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders. There he is. American Businessman. There, the real Colonel Sanders. And then there's the cartoony Colonel Sanders. Right? Okay, Colonel Harland David Sanders, founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken. There we go. He is the real deal. And then the brand ambassador, his name and image are still symbols of the company. So he definitely was not a Civil War general or colonel, because 1890, he was born several years after the war. Began selling his fried chicken from his roadside restaurant in Kentucky during the Great Depression. His secret recipe, pressure fryer. First KFC franchise in South Salt Lake, Utah. And full-time franchising his fried chicken throughout the company. Rapid expansion. Here we go. Born in a four-room house located 3 miles east of Henryville, Indiana. Not Kentucky. Oldest of 3 children. Mild and affectionate father, worked his farm till he broke his leg at a fall, then worked as a butcher. Mom was a devout Christian, strict parent, evil tobacco, alcohol, tobacco, gambling, and whistling on Sundays. Don't hear too many. I wonder what Harrison Butker thinks about whistling on Sundays. I'm just saying. I'm just asking. I'm just asking. Anyway. All right, mom got work in a tomato. Oh, father died. Mom worked in a tomato cannery. All right, let's get to the married William Broadus, moved to Indiana, Greenwood, Indiana. He dropped out of 7th grade saying algebra drove him off. Oh, the dangers of algebra. Painting horse carriages in Indianapolis. But when did he become... here we go. So here's the colonel part. Falsified his date of birth, and at age 16 enlisted in the U.S. Army as a wagoner in Cuba. Honorably discharged. It doesn't say he made it to colonel, though. Got a job cleaning out the ash pans of trains. Became a fireman, not like putting out fires, but stoking the steel, like working the fire. Then he was fired for insubordination. But when did he become colonel? Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. New Jersey. Oh, Mutual Benefit Life of New Jersey in Louisville. Established a ferry boat company. Operated a boat on the Ohio River between Jeffersonville and Louisville. Is Jeffersonville, is that in Indiana? I don't know. Might be. Ohio River separates Kentucky and Indiana. Here we go. Secretary at the Chamber of Commerce. Was not very good at the job. Resigned. Cashed in his ferry boat company shares for some decent coin. Used the money to make a company manufacturing acetylene lamps, which failed thanks to electricity. Moved to work for Michelin. Lost his job when Michelin closed its New Jersey. When did he become... Or then Great Depression. The service station closed. Oh, here we go. Ooh, okay. Sanders was involved in a shootout. He was working at a service station, at the Shell service station, and he paid the company for a percentage of his sales. Which, I've been to KFCs that are like in a truck stop, and it's sort of the same, probably the same kind of deal. Okay. Began to serve chicken dishes and other meals. He served in his customers in adjacent living quarters for opening a restaurant. Shootout with Matt Stewart, a local competitor. Is that like the Stewart's root beer guy? Over the repainting of a sign. Wow. Stewart killed a Shell employee who was with Sanders. Stewart was convicted of murder. Oh, eliminating Sanders' competition, not murdering Sanders, but because Stewart was convicted, he's out. And then Sanders was commissioned as a Kentucky colonel. What does that mean? Is that like a fake colonelship? I'm going to click on that link in a second. Local popularity grew. And then Duncan Hines. There's a person named Duncan Hines. Okay. Visited to the restaurant and included in Adventures in Good Eating. And then a very good place to stop en route to Cumberland Falls and the Great Smokies. And then he had a motel. And then, the secret recipe. And then it was all on board. Wow. Okay. So he was commissioned as a Kentucky colonel. What does that mean? The honorable title and Kentucky colonelcy. The highest title of honor bestowed by the Commonwealth of Kentucky, best known of a number of honorary colonelcies conferred by U.S. governors. You get a certificate in the name of the Commonwealth by the governor. You become the honorable. Many famous and noteworthy people received commissions. The award is equally available to all backgrounds based on their deeds. A goodwill ambassador of the Kentucky state, culture, folklore, so it has nothing to do with service in the Army. So that's where the crossword is getting this from. The history. Okay. Derby colonels. Okay. Civilian honorary officers. Cassius Clay. I've heard of a person named Cassius Clay from Kentucky, from Louisville, as a matter of fact, but he was not in the 19th century. He changed his name. It was Muhammad Ali, but apparently there was another person named Cassius Clay. Major General. That does not look like the greatest fighter of all time. United States Ambassador to Russia. Wow, so that's the other Cassius Clay. And then Henry Clay was the guy who ran for president 5 times, or something like that. 3 times. Okay, all right. The great compromiser. All right. Kentucky colonels. How it happens they're so numerous in the bluegrass state. Holy cow. Apparently, there's a lot of people that are Kentucky colonels. Is there a lot? Colonel Harlan Sanders was commissioned as okay. The governor is Steve Beshear. So many commissions are being issued that state budget cuts led to a major change in the design of the certificate. Wait a second. 16,500 colonelships per year? Okay. I think that's... What's the line? If everybody's special, then no one's special? I think that's pushing it. That's a lot. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. That's a lot of colonels. Recent controversy among colonels. Holy cow. 85,000 people had received the title. Oh my god, that's a lot of Kentucky colonel. I had no idea. Wow, any Kentuckians? Is this well known? Is this a well-known thing in Kentucky? Holy cow. All right, that's enough. Wow. There's 85,000 Kentucky colonels? Oh, that boggles my mind. My mind is boggled. Anyway, wow. Wow. Back to the puzzle. I think what can follow that? I was going to look up what EBT stands for. I guess I'll look that up. But holy cow, that's crazy. I mean, I guess they've earned it. That seems like it's not as big an honor as I thought it was to be. Okay. What does EBT stand for? Back to. All right, here we go. EBT. Whoops, not eBay. EBT. Food stamps. There we go. Stands for. No. Electronic benefit transfer. Okay. That makes sense. It's, the cards for a benefit. Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad I learned that. I'm glad I learned about Kentucky colonels. I'm glad I solved this puzzle. I'm glad you were here for it. Did you solve the puzzle? Did you enjoy it? I bet you did. It was a good time. I just was going through the clues. You know, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you're on a roll and you don't need crossings. And today was that day for me. Almost. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. We all had a good time. Good. That's why we do this. We do this because it's something we enjoy. At least I do it because something I enjoy. Maybe you do it because, I don't know, it's a dare. It's like, I dare you to watch this video. But if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. And there will be more coming your way. And like the video and leave a comment. I want to hear what you have to say, whether it's about Kentucky colonels or anything else. And I will see you in the future. Bye-bye.